Spiders. Just saying the word can make some people shudder. For centuries, these eight-legged creatures have crawled through our stories, myths, and even our nightmares. Think about the ancient Greek myth of Arachne, a talented weaver turned into the first spider as punishment for her pride. Or what about Anansi the spider, a clever trickster god from West African folklore who often outsmarts much larger animals? These tales show us that spiders have always been a powerful symbol in human culture, representing everything from wisdom and creativity to fear and danger. They are master builders, patient hunters, and mysterious figures lurking in the shadows of our imagination, capturing our attention in a way few other animals can. This fascination continues today, especially on the big screen. From the friendly and heroic Spider-Man swinging through New York City, to the terrifying Shelob guarding her lair in The Lord of the Rings, spiders are major Hollywood stars. Movies often exaggerate their size and ferocity, turning them into giant monsters that tap into our deepest fears. This has given spiders a pretty bad reputation. It's easy to see them as villains when they are always shown as aggressive and deadly threats, but this portrayal is so far from the truth of what these animals are really like in the wild. Most spiders just want to be left alone to live their quiet, fascinating lives. The feelings people have about spiders are incredibly strong and varied. For some, a spider in the house is a cause for panic, leading to a frantic search for a shoe or a vacuum cleaner. This fear, known as arachnophobia, is one of the most common phobias in the world. Yet, for others, spiders are objects of pure wonder. Scientists, nature lovers, and even hobbyists spend their lives studying them, amazed by their intricate webs, their clever hunting tactics, and their stunning diversity of colors and shapes. It's this incredible contrast, the mix of fear and fascination, that makes spiders such a compelling topic. They challenge us to look past our initial reactions and discover the amazing world hiding right under our noses. So, how do we bridge this gap between fear and fact? The first step is to get to know them better. We need to move beyond the myths and the movie monsters and look at the real animals. When you start to learn about the incredible variety of spiders out there and the vital roles they play in our ecosystems, your perspective begins to change. You start to see them not as creepy crawlers, but as skilled survivors and essential members of the natural world. This journey of discovery is what it's all about, replacing fear with knowledge and appreciation. Let's pull back the curtain and get a real look at the world of spiders. When we talk about the diversity of life on Earth, we often think of birds, mammals, or fish. But the world of spiders is a universe all its own, and it's much, much bigger than most people realize. As of today, October 1st, 2025, scientists have officially identified and named an incredible 53,405 different species of spiders. Think about that for a second. That's more than all the known species of mammals and birds combined. And here's the most exciting part. That number is not final. It grows almost every single day as researchers and explorers continue to find new, undiscovered species in every corner of the globe, from deep caves to dense rainforest canopies. So, how do scientists keep track of so many different species? It's a huge job that requires a global effort and a very organized system. When a scientist believes they have found a new spider, they have to collect a specimen and study it very carefully under a microscope. They look at tiny details like the arrangement of its eyes, the structure of its spinnerets, the parts that make silk, and especially the unique shape of its reproductive organs, which are often the most reliable way to tell species apart. This process is called taxonomy, the science of naming, describing, and classifying organisms. It's like being a detective, piecing together clues to solve a puzzle of identity. Once a new species is confirmed, it needs a proper scientific name. This name, usually in Latin or Greek, follows a two-part system called binomial nomenclature. The first part is the genus, and the second part is the species. For example, the famous tarantula, known as the Goliath bird eater, is named Theraphosa blondi. All of this information is then submitted to a central database called the World Spider Catalog. This incredible online resource, managed by the Natural History Museum of Bern in Switzerland, is the official record book for every known spider species on the planet. It's constantly being updated by experts, making it the go-to source for arachnologists everywhere. The work of discovering and cataloging spiders is entering a new and exciting era, thanks to modern technology. DNA analysis is now a game changer. Scientists can take a tiny leg from a spider and analyze its genetic code to determine if it's a new species or to see how it's related to other spiders. This has helped clear up a lot of confusion and has even revealed cryptic species, spiders that look identical to the naked eye but are genetically distinct. High-resolution digital imaging also allows researchers to share detailed photos and collaborate with colleagues across the world, speeding up the process of identification. It feels like we are in a golden age of discovery. With over 53,000 species, the spider world is organized into different families, each with its own unique characteristics and lifestyle. Think of it like a giant family tree with many different branches. One of the largest and most charismatic families is the Salticidae, better known as the jumping spiders. There are more than 6,000 species of these little guys, and they are famous for their incredible vision and athletic ability. They have two huge forward-facing eyes that give them excellent binocular vision, which they use to stalk their prey like tiny cats before launching a powerful, precise jump to catch it. They don't build webs to catch food, making them active, intelligent hunters. Then you have the tarantulas, which belong to the family Theraphosidae. These are the big, hairy spiders that often star in movies. While their size can be intimidating, most tarantulas are actually quite docile, and their venom is generally mild, comparable to a bee sting. There are over 1,000 species of tarantulas found in tropical and desert regions around the world. Instead of spinning elaborate webs, they are ambush predators. Many live in burrows in the ground, waiting patiently for an insect, lizard, or even a small mouse to wander by. Their hairy bodies are covered in special bristles that they can flick at attackers to cause irritation, a unique defense mechanism. Of course, we can't talk about spiders without mentioning the masters of web building, the orb weavers, from the family Aranidae. These are the architects of the classic, spiral-shaped webs you often see in gardens and forests, glistening with dew in the morning sun. This family is huge, with over 3,000 species, and they have perfected the art of using silk to trap flying insects. The web is an engineering marvel, made of different types of silk. Strong, non-sticky threads for the frame, and stretchy, sticky threads for the capture spiral. The spider typically waits at the center of the web, or on a nearby leaf, holding a signal line to feel for vibrations from struggling prey. Finally, let's not forget about some other fascinating groups. The wolf spiders, or Lycosidae, are another family of active ground hunters that don't build webs. Female wolf spiders are known for their amazing maternal care. They carry their egg sacs attached to their spinnerets and, after the spiderlings hatch, carry them on their backs for weeks. Then, there are the crab spiders, or Thomisidae, which are masters of camouflage. They can change their body color to match the flowers they sit on, allowing them to ambush pollinating insects like bees and butterflies. Each family tells a different story of survival and adaptation, showcasing the incredible ingenuity of the spider world. Spiders are true global citizens. You can find them on every continent except for Antarctica. They have adapted to live in nearly every habitat imaginable, from the driest deserts to the wettest rainforests, and from the highest mountains to our own urban backyards. However, just like with other animal groups, spider diversity is not spread out evenly across the planet. The greatest concentration of species is found in the tropics, especially in the lush, warm, and humid rainforests of Central and South America, Southeast Asia, and Africa. These regions provide a stable climate and an enormous variety of insects to eat, allowing for an explosion of different species to evolve. South America, in particular, is a spider paradise. The Amazon rainforest is a massive hotspot of biodiversity, and it's believed that tens of thousands of spider species live there, many of which have not yet been discovered by science. Places like Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil are famous for their incredible variety of tarantulas, jumping spiders, and orb weavers. Similarly, the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, in countries like Malaysia and Indonesia, are home to some of the most spectacular spiders in the world, including giant orb weavers that spin webs several feet across, and vibrantly colored peacock spiders that perform elaborate mating dances. These places are critical for global spider diversity. But it's not just about the tropics. Some regions are known for having a high number of endemic species, meaning spiders that are found nowhere else on Earth. Islands are perfect examples of this. Madagascar, an island off the coast of Africa, is home to the Darwin's bark spider, which creates the largest and strongest webs ever discovered, sometimes spanning entire rivers. Australia is another continent famous for its unique spider fauna, including the notorious Sydney funnel web spider and the harmless but huge huntsman spiders. These isolated land masses have allowed spiders to evolve over millions of years into truly one-of-a-kind forms, making their conservation even more important. Even in less exotic locations, spiders find ways to thrive. They live in grasslands, hiding among the stems of plants. They inhabit deserts, digging deep burrows to escape the heat of the day. Some species have even adapted to live entirely in caves, losing their pigment and even their eyes over generations of living in complete darkness. And of course, they are masters of adapting to human environments. The common house spider and cellar spider have become our eight-legged roommates, taking advantage of the shelter and steady supply of insects our homes provide. Spiders truly are everywhere, a testament to their incredible resilience and adaptability. Every spider is a master of survival, equipped with an amazing toolkit of adaptations that have been perfected over millions of years. Their most famous tool, of course, is silk. This incredible material is a protein fiber produced in special glands and pulled out through organs called spinnerets. It's stronger than steel of the same diameter and incredibly elastic. Spiders use silk for everything: building webs to catch prey, creating drag lines for safety, wrapping their eggs in protective sacs, lining their burrows, and even for courtship. Some spiders, like the bola spider, even use a single strand of silk, with a sticky glob at the end, swinging it to catch moths like a tiny cowboy. While webs are a common hunting strategy, many spiders are active hunters that rely on other skills. We already talked about the jumping spiders with their keen eyesight, and the wolf spiders that chase down their prey. But there are also trapdoor spiders, which build a silk-lined burrow with a camouflaged lid. They wait just under the door, feeling for the vibrations of a passing insect, and then burst out to ambush their unsuspecting meal. Net-casting spiders, or ogre-faced spiders, weave a small, stretchy net of silk which they hold with their front legs. They hang upside down, and when prey walks underneath, they stretch the net and lunge downwards to trap it. Another key tool in the spider's arsenal is venom. Almost all spiders have venom, which they use to quickly subdue their prey. When a spider bites, it injects a complex cocktail of chemicals through its fangs. This venom is primarily designed to paralyze insects and begin digesting them from the inside out, making them easier to eat. It's important to remember that this venom is tailored for small prey, not for large animals like humans. While a few species have venom that can be medically significant to people, the vast majority of spiders have venom that is completely harmless to us. It's a specialized tool for a specific job. Getting dinner. The life cycle of a spider is a story of vulnerability and perseverance. It begins with an egg, usually one of hundreds laid by the female and wrapped in a protective silk sac. After hatching, the tiny spiderlings, which look like miniature adults, often disperse by ballooning, releasing a strand of silk into the air and letting the wind carry them to new territories. As they grow, they must shed their exoskeleton in a process called molting. This is a dangerous time, as they are soft and defenseless until their new skin hardens. They will molt several times before reaching adulthood, facing constant threats from predators and the elements along the way. For all the fear they inspire, spiders are one of the most beneficial animal groups on the planet. Their primary role in nature is that of a predator, and their favorite food is insects. Spiders are the world's most important terrestrial predators, and they consume an incredible amount of insects every year. Scientists estimate that spiders eat between 400 and 800 million tons of prey annually. This makes them a crucial form of natural pest control. In our gardens, farms, and even our homes, spiders are working around the clock to keep populations of mosquitoes, flies, agricultural pests, and other insects in check. Without them, we would be overrun. This brings us back to the common myths that paint spiders as dangerous villains. The truth is, spiders are not aggressive towards humans. A spider bite is almost always a defensive act, happening only when the spider feels trapped and threatened, like when it's pressed against your skin inside clothing or a shoe. The vast majority of spider species lack fangs strong enough to even pierce human skin. Of the thousands of species that can, only a tiny fraction, less than 1%, have venom that is considered medically significant to humans. The idea that spiders are actively hunting people is pure fiction, a product of movies and misinformation. Unfortunately, spider populations around the world are facing serious threats, just like many other wildlife species. Habitat loss is the biggest problem. As we clear forests for agriculture and urban development, we destroy the homes of countless spider species, some of which we haven't even discovered yet. Pollution, especially the widespread use of pesticides, also has a devastating impact. These chemicals don't just kill the insects spiders eat, they can poison the spiders directly, leading to massive declines in their populations. Climate change is another growing threat, altering the habitats that spiders are specifically adapted to live in. This is why it is so important to continue studying and protecting these amazing animals. Every time a new species is discovered, we add another piece to the puzzle of life on Earth. By understanding spider diversity and the roles they play, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and interconnectedness of our ecosystems. Protecting spiders means protecting the health of our planet. The next time you see a spider, maybe in your garden or in a corner of your home, I hope you'll pause for a moment. Instead of fear, maybe you can feel a little bit of wonder for this incredible survivor, this master architect, and this silent guardian who is working to keep our world in balance.